to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
Welcome to Jacksonville, Florida, ladies and gentlemen. SFL fans, we have a doozy for you on this game of the SFL season here in week 1. Vancouver visiting Jacksonville. These two teams played twice last season. Vancouver taking the nod in both of those matchups, including the semifinals and the playoffs this past season. Jacksonville looking for revenge in this week 1 matchup. Stay tuned. Jacksonville wins the coin toss and elects to defer. Vancouver's going to get the ball first. Both of these two teams with high explosive offenses. We'll see what changes we're making on defense to try and change the trend of that matchup. The ball is on the tee and we are underway here in Jacksonville. Vancouver elects to come out of the end zone, and the guy is tackled at the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 20. Tom Pepper looking to lead his offense. They had a great season this past season. We'll see if that trend continues here today. On this first pass attempt, he's got an audible. Gets the ball in a quick out route out to the left. Number 12, Brett Killiam with the reception. Jacksonville gave up a ton of points to this team in both matchups last season. I'm very anticipated to see what kind of adjustments they make here today. Second and 5. Robert Redford, the new tailback here, picks up 4. It's going to be 3rd and down and 1. Robert Redford. Robert Redford taking over for Sudo Nakai, who's taking his talents down to Lone Star. 3rd and 1 upcoming. 3rd down. Robert Redford gets the carry just short of the 40-yard line. 1st down, Vancouver. Robert Redford and Sudo Nakai had similar numbers last season, but Sudo was more part of the offense, which is perhaps why he took his talent here during free agency. Takes the ball off once again to Robert Redford. This time he stopped short with a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 upcoming. Season, Sudo Nakai finished with 1,530 yards on 220 carries. Robert Redford has big shoes to fill. Once again on a weak stretch, showing great patience, allowing the traffic to flow by him, and picks up a significant chunk of yardage there. 1st down, Vancouver at the 45-yard line. Vancouver once again a heavy set. Strong eye. Once again with a stretch play. This time he's going to be stopped short. Tackle for a 2-yard loss. 2nd and 12 upcoming. Tom Pepper in the gun. 2 backs in the backfield. Split wide of him. Trying to elude the pressure, but he would not be able to. He's going to get sacked. Jacksonville, Hunter Norwood, coming off an 11-sack season, doesn't waste time, gets one right away here. Third and 19 upcoming. Pepper needs to be smart with the football here. Gun straight, plenty of time. Lost the ball downfield. It's going to be picked off. Picked off by Jacksonville. The drive started out promising with the run game, but once Tom Pepper's forced to throw, Alex Bond comes up with his first interception of the season. Sitting back in the deep zone, Vancouver lined up and gun straight. All they had to do was defend the sticks, and easy read for Alex Bond. It's going to be first down, Jacksonville. Number 13 back to pass on the slant. Going to be a first down. Mike St. Green. Mike St. Green, converted quarterback in the SFLM, finds himself here filling the shoes of Hunter Jones. Comes out making a statement early. First down, Jacksonville at their own 42-yard line, comes out in a near bunch. Twin set. Hands the ball off up the middle. Jed Willis picks up 5. Willis was not used much in the running game last season, although he led the league amongst tailbacks with 106 catches. Running the ball was not his forte, but here early they're trying to get a running game established. Gain of 5 yards.
Having technical difficulties.
Yeah, thank you, Eddie, for subbing for me. Sorry for the technical difficulties, everybody. It's now 1st and 10. Vancouver's 47. Willis gets the carry, goes up the middle, and gets a nice 6-yard gain.
Jacksonville looking to make a statement this season, coming out running the ball.
Yeah,
it wasn't much of a threat last season in terms of his run efficiency. Here looking to make a statement this season so far early on.
Yeah, you mentioned he had a rough go at it last year, just 660 yards rushing, but 9 touchdowns last season. And now 2nd and 4, out route to the left is caught by his brother, Grayson Willis, for a first down. They're just outside of the red zone.
Second time that came out in this triple right formation, twins to the left. This time they run an out route. Both receivers out to the left. Easy pickup, and he gets a nice block to get him a few extra yards downfield.
And nice block by Kenny Gossett help spring Willis a little bit further down the field. It's now 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. We'll go over the starting lineups after this drive here. 2 wide receivers to the right for Christensen as he'll drop back the pass. Fires over the middle, caught to Willis again, his 2nd straight catch. It'll be 2nd down for Jacksonville.
Jacksonville showing a slow, steady pace here. You know, they usually like to throw the ball deep downfield, but so far they just take what the defense giving them here early on.
We got the offset eye with Great Mac, number 22, leading way for Grayson Willis. Sorry, with Jared Willis, who gets the carry. He goes up the middle instead of following his fullback. He still got the first down. Now they inside the red zone at the 18-yard line.
That was a generous spot. I thought he was just short of the first down. They ran that stretch play once again. This time he didn't get the blocking he needed and decided to cut the ball up straight up field and picked up the first down.
No challenge from Vancouver. They decided to keep their challenges just in case something more important may happen. But right now it's 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. Willis is lone setback for Jacksonville as he will get the swing pass to his left. Doesn't get the chance to beat the one man there. He was just covered right away. That was Kevin Brackett, the outside linebacker.
Once again, Jacksonville lines up in a 2 tight end set to one side, twins to the other side, and they were hoping to get some blocking downfield with those tight ends. Unable to do so. 2nd and 9.
And we'll go over to chat right now. We got Jack Wild SFL, Vancouver Legion, of course, that's the owner, Andy Hamilton, C. Pundy, amongst others here in the FTF Next chat as Willis gets his 2nd straight swing pass, and he is stopped once again by Brackett.
Yeah, he had to turn around and reach behind him to grab that pass. Had he let him a bit more, perhaps he could have got a couple more yards. 3rd and 5 upcoming.
Very important 3rd down for the Vancouver defense. They can hold them to 3. That will basically ease up the pain of that turnover that they had earlier in this first quarter. No backs in the backfield for Jacksonville. Trips to the right. It'll be fired towards Willis, who unfortunately wasn't able to get the first down. He was wide open, but the momentum of the pass carried Willis out of bounds. It's 4th and 1.
You took the words out of my mouth. He let him just a bit too far outside. Lead that guy upfield. Let him get the reception and head upfield, possibly even score.
And looks like they may go for it.
Trying to make a statement early.
Here we
perhaps.
go. Yes, they are. Alan Urban looks like he is the man in the backfield right now, not Willis. Number 24 is Urban, number 30. They might be trying to draw him off sides, and Vancouver's doing a great job being disciplined here. And Jacksonville will waste their first timeout.
With that weak box, Vancouver coming out in a 3-3 set. Jacksonville countered with 2 tight end set, and once again, I might have snapped that ball, T-Roy.
I know. I will give Urban the ball just in case. He's a good running back himself. You know, maybe follow the example of Damon Simeon giving his son the ball to help ice the game in the previous matchup before this one. A very exciting game that Houston won over Fort Worth. But
Houston
right now,
lost all the momentum and gained it right back there at the end. Come out with a win.
And Anthony Cece is back to attempt this field goal to give Jacksonville the lead. Bad snap. But the kick is good. 25-yarder is good. And Jacksonville scores the first points of this game.
Anthony Cece was dubbed Mr. Perfect last season, going 29 for 29. Continues that trend here. Be back.
And we're going to take a commercial break. You're watching the Simulation Football League on Florida Fans 11 Sports. Please stay tuned. And after a field goal made by Cece, we're up 3. Jacksonville's up 3-0 here at the Lions Den as the kick is off to Mark Lopez, who takes it deep into the end zone, past the 10, goes up the middle. He has a chance to bounce outside, but he gets stopped at the 20-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for Vancouver with Cameron Irvine, the commissioner, back in SFL headquarters. Mark Chisholm and Rosca Santagria on stats. Eddie Gage taking over for me a little bit there at play-by-play. This is Teamwork Games. And Eddie, Vancouver was able to hold Jacksonville for 3 points. We'll see if they can do something here on this drive to get on the board. And Pepper will fire it over the middle. Great catch for a first down. Rich Pratchett makes the catch at the 43-yard line of Vancouver.
Both teams coming out in that 2 tight end set off to one side, Twins off to the second, off to the right side, excuse me. But this time, Vancouver uses that opportunity to go downfield while Jacksonville was taking the short intermediate routes. Vancouver's not messing around here, T-Roy.
No, sir. It looks like, the away team's quarterbacks so far are doing a good job throwing some dots. Tom Pepper's continuing that trend. He has an offside eye with Robert Redford, the running back, to his right. Instead of going to throw it to his left, that is caught. And Redford gets destroyed right away by number 25, Michael Sprouse, the corner.
They did, and Suko Lamona did a great job also reading his keys, dropped back into coverage at the snap of the ball, and helped his teammate bring him down.
I'm going to go over the starting lineups for Vancouver real quick. Quarterbacks Tom Pepper, running backs Redford, number 11 Nick Finch, Brett Killian, and Richard Pratchett are the wide receivers as Pepper gets sacked. It'll be a 3rd down and 14. Great job by Hunter Norwood with the sack.
His second on the day here early on. He's already on pace to surpass what he got last season, finishing with 11 sacks last season. He's already got 2 here today.
And poor Jason Gray, number 65, the guard. He was a swinging gate on that one, allowing Norwood free access to Pepper. Continuing with the starters, Walters, the tight end, number 85, and Dan Daly, number 87, is also the tight end. The tackles are Nate Hall and Mike Duantes. 3rd down, 14, as Pepper fires it to his right. He has a man. It's caught by Rich Pratchett. He breaks the first tackle. He gets stopped at the 29-yard line of Jacksonville. What a huge play by Rich Pratchett, his second of this drive.
Once again, Vancouver comes out in a gun straight. This time, the Jacksonville defense read it perfectly. However, the corner just sat back and just got caught peeking in Tom Pepper's eyes just a bit too long. Paid the ultimate price by giving up the big reception there. Can't have that. You got to keep an eye on that corner at all times. Bernard Gooden caught peeking in the backfield.
Let's go over the stars real quick for Jacksonville's defense. Mike All, number 77, and Taekwon Hale, 91, are the D ends. The D tackles, Hunter Norwood, Clay Jones, and J.R. Lawless are the linebackers as Pepper fires it to Killian. He makes the catch for a 2-yard gain. Stopped by Sprouse.
I didn't see who hit him, but Tom Pepper just got crushed there. Thank goodness he had an outlet receiver in Killian. He took a beating.
And speaking of Sprouse, he's one of the corners, star corners here with Rain Grohl and Bernard Gooden, number 27. Succo Lamano and Alex Bond are the safeties, and those are the defensive stars for Jacksonville. It's 2nd down, 8 on the 26-yard line of Jacksonville as Pepper steps back, fires it right away to Robert Redford. He has one man to miss. He does a great job putting 2 people in a spin cycle before he gets lit up by Alex Bond. It'll be 3rd down, 3.
Alex Bond just saved themselves from being put on SportsCenter because if he broke that tackle, he'd have been dancing in the end zone celebrating his first touchdown here in Vancouver.
But that is a very exciting first quarter in spite of the fact that only 3 points were scored. Jacksonville has the lead, but Vancouver's knocking on the door. We'll be right back. You are watching the Simulation Football League on Florida Fans 11 Sports. Please stay tuned.
to this day whether he actually was through the catch or not. I still don't know. But Vancouver was able to escape with the win in overtime to continue their playoff run.
Tom Pepper helped lead that win. It was a 40-37 playoff victory in the quarterfinals by Vancouver. And right now, Tom Pepper's just outside the red zone trying to get his team on the board. They're trailing 3-0 here at the start of the second quarter as Pepper fires it over the middle. It's caught almost for a touchdown. What a jump catch by number 88, Dan Daly.
Yes, it was. And perhaps Vancouver saw something on film because they continue to come out here, whether it's in gun straight or the two tight end set off to one side, twins on the other. They must have saw something on film where they continue to attack Jacksonville with these two sets.
In a nice swaglicious catch by Dan Daly, able to do that one-hand catch, knowing that he's about to get destroyed there. Helps set up this first and go as Redford easily walks into the end zone. Touchdown, number 28 for the Vancouver Legion. They now have the lead.
Robert Redford gets his first touchdown as a member of the Vancouver Legion, proving and trying to showcase to everyone, including those in Las Vegas, what they lost when they allowed him to walk out the door. Touchdown, Vancouver. They take a 7-3 lead, extra point pending.
And that is Robert Redford's 60th touchdown, rushing touchdown, in the SFL. Already
Redford,
over 7,000 yards rushing for his career entering today's game, Eddie.
He is a weapon that has to be accounted for. Every time he lines up, you need to find him. I faced off against him twice last season, and he is a beast.
And the extra point is good, and Vancouver adds on to that lead. They lead 7-3. And definitely a huge help by the connection of Tom Pepper to Rich Patrick. Two huge gains that help set them out, no pun intended, to help set them up for that touchdown scored by Redford.
As a receiver, anytime you get a reception like that and fall just short of the end zone, you're upset, but you're happy if your teammates can find a way to bail you out and get the touchdown that Robert Redford did there.
And the kick is taken to the 26-yard line. Kick was returned by number 15. That is Mike St. Green.
I was talking to Frank, owner of this Jacksonville team, prior to the game, and he said he expected Vancouver to come out with a similar game plan as they did this previous season. I'm not seeing that so far, but it's a long way to go. But we'll see how they make their adjustments here on offense.
Right now, no backs in the backfield. Trips to the left, one wide receiver to the right for Christian Christensen, who gets a little bit low slant, fires it to the right. Pass is caught by Grayson Willis, number 11, for a 5-yard gain.
Jacksonville loves to throw the ball. They have two receivers that finished at the top of the leaderboards in terms of receptions and catches. And so far, they're looking to repeat that performance here early on.
And we will mention their record-leading receivers later on in the game. Right now, we got basically two backs in the backfield to the right. It'll be inside handoff to Willis, who gets stuffed. A very generous spot, though. It'll be 3rd and 1. I didn't think he got that close to the line of scrimmage. For the first down marker, Eddie.
Neither did I. I thought that had been 3rd and 2, but hey, it's week 1, and these referees, they need to get settled in as well. So.
And 3rd and 1. Willis is lone setback, two wide receivers to the left of Christian Christensen, who will fire it to Willis. That should be a first down and more. And good open field tackle by Mark Lopez, the stat sheet stuffer with that tackle to prevent any further damage by Willis.
Whoever the week 2 opponent of these two teams are, they're going to have to account for this formation because both teams have come out with the heavy doses of it so far here early on.
The offensive stars for Jacksonville, Christian Christensen is the quarterback, Jarrett and Grayson Willis. The brothers Willis are running back and wide receivers respectively as Jarrett Willis trucks somebody to get to the 48-yard line, 2nd and 3.
Dave Barr just knocked someone over flat on their keister to allow Jarrett Willis to pick up those significant yardage there on 1st down.
And poor 48, that's DeAndre Washington, who got the forearm shiver from Willis. And continue with the star players. Mike St. Green, a former quarterback, is the wide receiver now for Jacksonville, along with Kenny G. Jack Wall's the tight end, and the linemen are Dave Barr, Ricky Thornton, and AJ Pennypacker. As the pass is caught by Kenny G, who has to turn around and do a slaglicious catch himself to get that first down.
He had to do so because Dean Maddox was right breathing down his neck, and they had to put the pass behind him. Otherwise, it would have been intercepted and returned the other way. So he had to throw the ball short, and he had to turn around and make a great catch. And wow, that was impressive. Great read by Tom Pepper.
And the defensive stars for Vancouver, let's talk about the D-line first. Mike Conversion and Michael Percoco are the D-ends. Lee Udama is the defensive tackle, and the linebackers DeAndre Washington and Kevin Brackett. We go over to secondary after this play. Offset I for Christian Christensen. He'll give it to Willis. Unfortunately, had no help. He stopped for no gain. DeAndre Washington made that tackle.
Throughout this contest, DeAndre was able to make that tackle because the defensive ends for Vancouver, despite this soft box, have been keeping their outside shoulders free and limiting the production of Jared Willis.
Corners are Kyler Murray, Ashley Rose Finch, and D. Maddox. We go over to safeties after this play as Willis goes the wrong way. He'll get stopped for a 3-yard loss. Michael Prococo and number 21, Kyler Murray, combined on that tackle.
And they can thank their defensive tackle, Lee Adama, for that play. He's the one who stretched them out wide. But in this league, at this level, you need to hit upfield, keep your shoulders square, and get as much yardage as you can.
And the safeties for Vancouver are Mark Lopez, Major Key, and Drew Hamilton, who returns as a contract player after spending a couple years as a non-contract for Vancouver. Christensen take a huge step back. He's at his own 49-yard line. Fires over the middle and is caught by Kenny G. Played that saxophone music. First down at the 18-yard line.
Newcomers Nate Hall, and I'm telling you, they gave him all day to throw, and first down Jacksonville. This offensive line for Jacksonville is putting in work.
And definitely helps with Dave Barr, Ricky Thornton, and AJ Pennypacker, the star linemen, doing a great job protecting Christian Christensen, giving him plenty of time to throw that ball. We got a offsides on Vancouver. Free play, as you said, and that's going to be, that catch is going to be negated by that penalty for a 5-yard against Vancouver.
The only thing I don't like about that play, the quarterback sees that the defensive end jumps offside. Throw it downfield, young man.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter because if it's intercepted, then they'll still hold on to the ball. And the offsides will go to Vic Bowers Jr., the non-contract defensive end for Vancouver. But instead, it's now 1st and 5 at the 13-yard line. Last time Jacksonville was in the red zone, they had to settle for a field goal attempt. We'll see if their fortunes change here, or can Vancouver's D rise up to the challenge. Right now, it's a first down by Jared Willis. Runs up the middle. He has 40 yards on 10 carries. Looks like up the middle is the way to go for Mr. Willis.
Averaging 4 yards a carry. This time, that soft box is unable to hold up. Lee Adama got pushed backwards, and that's going to be the recipe if you want to defeat this team and be able to establish a running game. You got to find a way to get Lee Adama moving backwards.
Here we go, 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. Willis' lone setback, 2 wide receivers to the right. There'll be another inside handoff to Willis, and he goes untouched for the touchdown. And Jacksonville regains the lead.
T-Roy, I can almost guarantee you, on the sidelines, Frank Gooden and whoever their offensive line coach is must have had a talk with their offensive line because they were getting pushed around throughout before this series. This time, despite the soft box, they were finally able to break free and get Jared Willis his first touchdown of the season.
And Eddie, their O-line is doing a good job helping Willis go up the middle instead of going outside. I wonder if they're going to continue to do that as this game goes along and wear out that defensive line there.
If they're gonna come out with a weak box, the best way to attack them is straight up the middle, dives, traps, even an occasional ISO. But trying to stretch out wide where DeAndre Washington is waiting for you is a recipe for disaster.
And Jacksonville, once again, has the lead. They're up by 3, and Vancouver will get the ball and have a chance to respond. We'll return. You're watching the Simulation Football League on Florida Fans and 11 Sports. Please stay tuned. And after a touchdown by Jared Willis, Jacksonville has regained the lead. It's 10-7 with 5:54 left in this first half. CC will be back to kick to Mark Lopez, and the kick is underway. Lopez get inside his 5-yard line. He's now at the 20. He makes one, try to juke one man, but unfortunately got tackled at the 28-yard line. Hey everyone, Sector 6 is the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League, and replica jerseys are out now. I got 2 of them, by the way. Get your name on the back of your teams or your favorite fan or your fan favorite team's jerseys, and visit team store and libraries of purchase options through sector6apparel.com or through our website, www.simulationfl.net, and just hit the shop button. And right now, that's a tackle for a loss. No gain. It'll be second down.
Vancouver continues to run these stretch plays out wide. This time, Jacksonville was ready for it. You wonder if they had a talk with the defensive line coach on the sidelines in preparation for that play.
Here we go, second down 10. No backs in the backfield.
He's set.
And Pepper fires it over the middle. Pass is caught for a first down by Dan Daly, who's getting more targets in Vancouver so far than he got in Las Vegas, unfortunately.
Jacksonville came out, I believe there was quarters coverage, and I was surprised he was able to fit that pass in there. Nice dart by Tom Pepper.
And we look at the team comparison, because these two teams were offensive machines last season, as Pepper will fire it across the body to Redford, who's able to get 5 yards out of that. I thought he stepped out of bounds earlier than that. It'll be second and 5.
He's on the far sideline from our vantage point, but I thought he stepped out of bounds too. But he's a nifty back. He would keep his feet in bounds prior to stepping out, trying to juke that last defender.
Here we go, second down and 5 for Vancouver. And it'll be a swing pass to Redford again. He has plenty of room. Tries to juke, but Jacksonville have 3 people that combine on that tackle. And we look at the offensive yards per game last season. You're looking at the top 2 teams in the SFL in season 14 in yardage per game. Vancouver just under 430. Jacksonville just past 410 per game.
Jacksonville did it more through the air. Vancouver had a balanced attack.
Yeah, with Sudo Nakai, but right now they're trying to find that balanced attack with Robert Redford, who gets the first down and has crossed Jacksonville's side of the field.
He was trying to wait for a block to develop downfield with his offensive lineman who looked like he was pulling out there, but he got out there a bit too quick. Slow down, young man. Allow that block to be set up.
Yeah, he has to get used to his new home after playing for the Fury for so long. It's so weird to see Robert Redford in the all-white of Vancouver. High snap for Pepper. He fires it, and it's caught by Rich Pratchett. Couldn't keep his balance there, but at least he got 5 yards.
Rich Pratchett coming out here looking to make a statement. This is already his 3rd reception here early on.
And, of course, the last Vancouver drive, Rich Pratchett was responsible for 2 huge plays that get Vancouver eventually into the red zone and scored their 7th point by Robert Redford. Right now, second and 5. 4 wide receivers for Pepper. He has plenty of time, but unfortunately that clock didn't go off his head. Must have been a coverage sack, but because Taekwon L was able to prevent Pepper from throwing that ball, that actually was called incomplete instead of a sack. I'm kind of not sure about that.
Yeah, he actually was hit as he threw. He should have checked that ball down to Robert Redford, who was waiting at the bottom of the screen.
This is a very important 3rd down for Vancouver. Right now, the momentum is clearly on Jacksonville's side. Let's see if they can extend this drive here. 3rd and 5. And Redford gets the carry. He goes up the middle. But great job by the defense, including Mike All, number 77, who's able to stop Redford from getting that first down.
Mike All, 3rd round pick. 3rd round pick. Picked in a 10 slot, 54 overall from Lincoln, looking to make an impact here for his team.
Last season in the SFL, for Leak and Mike all had 10 total tackles, 1 sack. 7 of those tackles were for loss. And the punt is away. Can they down it, Indy? Oh, no, they couldn't. Unfortunately, Maddox couldn't down it before it got in the end zone. And Jacksonville will take over at the 20 with the momentum on their side. 2 minutes and 37 seconds left before we go to halftime. Jacksonville leads it 10-7. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and Florida fans. Please stay tuned. Jacksonville defense was able to force Vancouver to punt the ball. Their offense has the ball. They're leading 10-7, looking to extend their lead here before the half. Offset eye for Christian Christensen. He's going to fire to his fullback, and it's caught. But great job by the Vancouver defense holding him to 1 yard on that play.
I'm going to tell you something I just noticed here that a lot of coaches don't do, and credit to Andy for doing this. I've seen him come out here in a 3-3 look and a traditional nickel 4-2. So perhaps that's what's throwing off CC a little bit here. We'll see if Jacksonville can make some adjustments in the second half.
We'll see if they're going to either fire to Willis or Gossett here on this drive. Grayson Willis, I mean. They'll fire over the middle, and it is caught. It'll be 3rd down 3. Pass is caught by guess who? Grayson Willis. And last season, Eddie, these guys were just stat monsters in terms of targets, touchdowns, and catches as a duo for Jacksonville.
Grayson Willis finished second in the entire SFL in targets with 139. Willis was first.
And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Jacksonville wants to extend their lead. Can Vancouver defense hold them? We'll find out. You are watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and Florida fans. Please stay tuned. This has been an exciting one so far. Here we go. It's 3rd down 3 for Jacksonville. They have the lead. Can Vancouver's defense hold them? There's only one back in the backfield. 3 wide receivers for Christensen. He fires it, and it's a 1st down. The drive stays alive as Kenny G gets that 1st down and knock over his own teammate in the process.
First time in this contest, I've seen Jacksonville come out in a doubles right formation. Perhaps might have confused Vancouver a little bit as well. They able to move the sticks. 1st down.
All right, 2 back set. 2 wide receivers to the left of Christian Christensen. A minute 57 left in this fast-moving first half as Christensen fires on the middle. Great pat down by Washington. He actually had a chance to pick it off. Unfortunately, he only got 1 paw of the ball, not 2.
his first game back after missing out all last season, so he's a bit rusty too. But as the season progresses, I expect him to make plays like that.
It's now 2nd and 10 for Jacksonville as we take a look at DeAndre Washington. One back to the far right of Christensen. 4 wide receivers as Willis gets the carry up the middle. He gets stopped right away by Brackett. It'll be an important 3rd down for the Vancouver defense with 1:45 counting.
This time they pulled the guard, Dave Barr, but unfortunately he ran right past the linebacker and allowed them to come in and clean up Jared Willis.
Trips to the right for Christensen. Kenny G at the bottom of the screen all by himself. On this 3rd and 9, important 3rd down for the Vancouver defense. Fires over the middle, it's caught for a 1st down. Drive will stay alive. That is Grayson Willis with the catch. We're in hurry up mode.
90-yard slants. You're in trouble, just dial it up.
Here we go. Deep ball. Fires it to Willis, who's able to get crushed but makes the catch at the 28-yard line of Vancouver. They're not going to call any timeouts right now. They currently got the advantage here. As Christensen fires over the middle, and unfortunately that pass was dropped by the backup, number 81. I'm sorry, that's not the backup.
That's Jack Wall.
That's Jack Wall.
He doesn't make many catches, and he only had 38 all of last year, including a fumble, which is probably why he doesn't get targeted too often. But through progression, hopefully he can improve on those stats.
But one thing his incompletion will do is stop the clock. It'll be 2nd down for Jacksonville. As Christian steps up, fires on the middle. What a catch! Oh, it's going to be a penalty on top of that. Unfortunately, the rest wasn't happy with Drew Hamilton with that late hit.
I didn't see anything wrong with the hit personally, but it's going to stop the clock, and it's going to be a penalty on Vancouver. It's going to be half the distance to the goal line. I mean, come on, you give them a free play. They can just take their time and dial up anything they want right here to close out this half.
And we all know about Drew Hamilton and his frustrations with Ref 62. We talked about in the previous game with the infamous Cade Stevens, was he inbounds or not? And right now, Ref 62 didn't like Drew Hamilton's tackle there, unfortunately making this a 1st and goal, and Vancouver's defense is definitely in a hole right now.
The way Grayson jumped up right there, you would think that perhaps he was thinking that he wasn't down. He was wanting to make sure he was.
Right, that's normal because once you go down, it's not over. This is not college football, so that's a very strange call from Ref 62. We'll see if Jacksonville can take advantage of that. And they do. KG just mossed 2 defenders of Vancouver and helped extend Jacksonville's lead.
Season with 9 touchdowns. I guarantee you none of them were sweeter than that one. He just mossed 2 defenders. I thought that pass would, at minimum, be tipped. Oh, you can see him right there at the end. He looked like he pushed off a bit and got away with one, T-Roy.
Uh-oh. Ref 62 definitely hating on Vancouver right now with the bad, unsportsmanlike conduct, late hit penalty on Drew Hamilton, and then that non-call push-off that helped Kenny G moss the Vancouver Legion secondary for that touchdown. CC
Hamilton is on the sidelines about to just give it to these referees as we approach halftime here. He's not happy with that push off at all.
He should. And this is weird because I used to call Christensen CC, but now Jacksonville has a CC at kicker, Anthony CC.
Yes, they
so I gotta watch it now. I actually have to call Christensen his actual name as Anthony CC help extend this lead. Mark Lopez will be back to kick, receive this kick.
The chat is going crazy over that call.
Yeah, I would be too. Mark Lopez is going to try to do something about it here as he gets to the 26-yard line with 44 seconds left. Want more SFL content? Our Discord community has podcasts, articles, and highlights about the league, its team, and its players. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at Simulationfl and visit our website at www.simulationfl.net for more news, features, and information. It's 1st and 10 for Vancouver at the 26-yard line. Going to at least try to cut into this deficit. They trailing by 10. Oh, and there was a chance for Dan Daly to get that deflection there, but good job by Marcus Sprouse.
I read that incorrectly. I don't know because I was looking further downfield, but it looks like Jacksonville may have came out in a cover 2 look and got away with one right there, T-Roy.
Yes, they did, and great job getting that Paul up to at least deflect that pass to keep Dan Daly from going to the end zone, because that was going to be a house call for 6. But right now, 2nd down 10, 39 seconds left, trips to the left of Tom Pepper as he dropped back, fires it immediately. Toe drag swag is caught, but he did get out of bounds. That's Brett Killian. It'll be 3rd down 7, however.
Brett Killian has been going to work all this half. That was his 3rd reception here early on. It seems like he had more than that, but Tom Pepper spreading the wealth around here today.
Brett Killian was entering today's game near 7,400 yards receiving throughout his career, 53 touchdowns in his career. A very good and reliable wide receiver. This pass is going to Finch, who makes the catch, but he's 1 yard short. And since it's under 2 minutes, the booth has to review it. It's a very important 4th down for Vancouver.
That one's close, but I think he is going to be just short. And he took a shot there when catching that ball. I was surprised they audible to an out route there with the tight coverage that Jacksonville provided there on 3rd down.
And the refs are continuing to hate on Vancouver. That should have been a booth reveal. I thought he got the 1st down. Instead, Patrick's going to be back to punt. And Jacksonville will at least have another opportunity to extend this lead. And St. Green, decided not to wait for fair catch. Instead, got his ribs destroyed by Maddox.
Maddox just gave him a welcome to the pros tackle right there.
Yeah, again, Mike St. Green, not used to being wide receiver. He was a quarterback for the SFLM's Albuquerque. Passed for 697. Completion percentage was 62%. 3 touchdowns during his time in the SFLM. Now he plays wide receiver at Jacksonville. It's in the 1st and 10. 20 seconds left, and he fired down the ball. That should have been intercepted. I couldn't make out the number who did it, but unfortunately for Vancouver, they don't come away with the ball. Looks like Drew Hamilton had a chance to pick that off.
And that, you talk about a turn of fortune. If he catches that, Vancouver's going to at least bring this down to a 1-score game with a field goal opportunity.
Drew Hamilton came into today's game with 6 INTs in his career. Almost had his 7th. Inside handoff to Willis, and he gets stopped short. And looks like Jacksonville and Vancouver is content to go into halftime with the score being 17-7.
Yeah, after that near interception, Andy elects to just hand the ball off, giving this field position. Frank is going to hand the ball off and just accept this 10-point lead going to the half.
Well, it started off with an interception on Vancouver's drive, and it seemed like Vancouver had the momentum, but Jacksonville got it back, and they currently have a 10-point lead going into halftime, and the stats favoring Jacksonville, including the time of possession being 11 minutes and 47 seconds in this fast-moving game.
Fast-moving indeed. I mean, the last contest that we were able to enjoy featuring Houston and Fort Worth seemed like it took an eternity. This first half just flew by here. Good thing we're not getting paid by the hour.
Yeah, good thing for the man working the 1s and 2s that we're not getting paid by the hour. Or actually, good thing for us, maybe. You think about it. We'll see. Anyway, talking about the previous 2 games before this one, as you mentioned before, Houston and Fort Worth had a classic with DJ Sim, the backup running back for Houston, helped icing the game away, giving Houston the win. And of course, last night, yours truly felt the sting of the Murder Hornets as Brian Dynasty started his legacy with the Atlanta Swarm. They was able to win it by 3 points in a thriller to start season 15.
2 close games thus far. Will this one shape out to be that way? It's a long way to go.
And there's, I think, the play of the game of that half, that bad call by Ref 62 again, this league, once you fall down the ground, that doesn't mean the play ends. Unlike college football, you can get back up, and the ref decided to penalize Drew Hamilton on that one, helped Jacksonville get closer
Along
to
with
the
the
end
no
zone,
call.
get that touchdown, and that no call as well with Kenny G with that silky smooth push off. And right now, Jacksonville has a chance to technically double dip here as they'll get the ball. Mike Sangre gets it inside the 10, and he was able to get it to the 28-yard line, and that's where Jacksonville will start this possession here in the start of the second half.
Christian Christensen started this game out hot. We got him down 17 of 20, 85% passing the touchdown, QBR of 117. He keeps that pace up. It's going to be hard for Vancouver to get back into this game.
And both running backs for their respective teams are having a good game right now. 49 yards for Willis, 40 for Robert Redford. Both score one touchdown. Here's Willis, who gives someone the forearm shiver again. He wants to dish out the pain. He gets it to the 33-yard line, add 5 more yards to his total.
Frank told me again that he planned on giving Vancouver a heavy dose of a running game today. We haven't seen too much of it thus far, but we have seen flashes of it. But Jared Willis, fresh off of off-season, looking to come in here and make a statement.
Yeah, he wants to not experience just a 600-yard rushing total this season. And right now, it's the Willis show on this drive. Grayson Willis made that catch in spite of the fact there was a swarm of Legion there ready to greet him. But it's still first down and 10 at Jacksonville's 48.
That was all made possible by Dave Barr, Ricky Thornton, and A.G. Pennypacker, giving Christian Christensen all day to get to his second and third read, get the ball downfield, first down, Jacksonville.
We'll see if Vancouver's defense can shake off the bad juju they gained at the end of the first half and see if they can stop Jacksonville from moving down the field as the 240-pound running back, Jared Willis, gets 3 yards on that carry.
Very patient in this run. He got stopped right there at the line of scrimmage, just waited for a moment, scooted off to the right, picked up 3 yards.
Man, with that weight, too, with Jared Willis at 5'11", 240, kind of reminds me like a Mike Allstott or a Jerome Bettis early Pittsburgh career with how he built and how he runs. Very physical, like right there. He's able to carry 2 defenders as he gets to the 45-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 3, a very important third down for the Vancouver defense to stop Jacksonville here.
Jared Willis with his 13th carry here early on. And so far, Frank is living up to that promise of feeding him the ball more often today.
3rd and 3 for Jacksonville. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 backs in the backfield as Christensen fires it right away. He got hit, and the ball's still alive, and it's not picked off. It should have been.
Should have been.
Plenty of Vancouver defenders had a chance to pick that off, but instead it'll be 4th down, and Jacksonville will punt.
About 4 Vancouver defenders were in the area. Christian Christensen was hit as he threw, which allowed that pass to flop over there like a duck, and Vancouver unable to capitalize with the pick.
Unfortunately, we have to say quack. That was a duck. Quack. 4th and 3. Good job by Vancouver's defense holding Jacksonville. And they got a chance to block it. They don't. And Mark Lopez is going to return it. He gets to the 15-yard line, and we're going to take a quick commercial break. And Vancouver has the chance to cut into this deficit after a great stand by their defense. They're trailing by 10. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and Florida Fans. Please stay tuned. We'll be back. After a great job by the Vancouver defense, they helped their offense get the ball back, only trailing by 10. And Tom Pepper drops back, fires over the middle, caught right away to Dan Daly. Once again, he gets a 6-yard gain on that reception. And for this series history, this is the 5th meeting overall. The series is tied at 2. Most recent game, of course, was the quarterfinals last season with Vancouver coming out on top. But both teams, here's the little note there, both teams have a 2-game winning streak on each other. That's, of course, going to end after this game here. 2nd and 4. As Robert Redford gets the carry, falls his fullback, puts 2 people, 3 people on a spin cycle. And if he probably spin like 4 or 5 times, made himself get dizzy. Otherwise, he could have took that to the house. Nice run by him. That's going to be a 1st and 10.
Clay Jones just bailed out his defense because Robert Redford got that all by himself. His fullback stretched him out wide, which gave him that running lane. And oh my goodness, someone clip that.
I hope they do. Great job by the defense, number 58, Clay Jones, because if he didn't make that tackle, Redford was gone. Might be dizzy in the process. He's going to get the ball again, bounce it to the right. Tackle. Oh, he's spinning the Kings defense right round with those spins. A 6-yard gain on that play.
These past 2 plays shows you why he was so heavily coveted this offseason in free agency. I don't think there's a team that did not reach out to him.
He fell just short of 1,400 yards last season, 9 away. That's Robert Redford, and Vancouver is very happy to get him as he gets the carry for the 3rd time. And he almost broke that tackle, but great job by the Vancouver defense on the combo tackle, making this a 3rd and 1.
I believe that was Jason Gray who was pulling for him, and he almost sprung him free. You're seeing some great individual effort out there by Robert Redford right now.
J.R. Lawless was part of that tackle here. It's 3rd down 1. Offset eye towards Pepper's left. Redford gets the carry again. This has been a Robert Redford show. He's going to get the 1st down. He's going to get more. He has the edge. He's at the 40. Stop at the 33-yard line. They in Jacksonville side of the field. Robert Redford's not tired. 4th straight carry. Here's a 1st down.
Terry, let me tell you something. Anytime a running back gets stretched out wide that far as how he just did these past few plays, there is no way he should beat the entire defense around the corner. But once again, I mean, it's proven it's no fluke. He continues to get around the corner, beat the guy on the edge, and get significant yardage downfield. This guy is electric.
And it seemed like the rich gets richer with the Vancouver offense. Their running backs consisted of Ivan Sanchez, Cody Hall, Sudo Nakai, and now Robert Redford. Great running backs for the Vancouver Legion throughout their history. 1st and 10. At the 33-yard line of Jacksonville. Pepper shakes off a man. He fires it. He had the man open, but unfortunately he threw it too far. 2nd and 10. That should have been a catch.
Not going to blame Tom Pepper on that one because he probably got his bell rung and was probably looking with unclear vision down there, looking through clouds.
Oh, man. That would have been one of the top 10 plays of this week if he was able to complete that pass. But right now, 2nd down 10. No yards lost on that play. Pepper drops back. Fires it over the middle to Brett Killian, who makes that catch. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Pepper, I couldn't tell if that was a 5 or 7-step drop, but I thought it looked deep there with all those steps he took there. But Jacksonville did a great job of taking it away. He dumped that ball off towards Hot Reed, picks up 7 yards.
I mean, you know, the end thing to do is, have that Fitbit on your arm, tracking your steps. Maybe he's trying to add on his steps for his day with those dropbacks. 3rd and 3. Here's another drop back for Pepper. Fires it over to the left. And it's taken up by Michael Sprouse. And here's the thing. The ref was unkind to Sprouse. Instead of being a touchback, it'll be 1st and 10 at the 1.
He caught that, but his momentum took him inside the end zone. And you know what? As a defender myself, I can't stand when that happens. Oh, look at Michael Sprouse showing right there. Do you see what he did right there, T-Roy?
Yep.
He actually impeded the route of the receiver, slowed him down, but it's not considered illegal because he's still running, which, hey, as a defender, I love that. But, wow, yeah, a generous – that's a bad call by the ref. They should give him a touchback on that one.
Yeah, unfortunately for Jacksonville, they're going to see if they can get out of this hole. Vancouver is speaking safety on their minds right now. At least their defense are. Christensen's making adjustments at the line. Willis gets to carry up the middle. Just gets a yard on that one. Be 2nd down and 9.
Sprouse last season finished with 6 interceptions, but he was first in the SFL with 18 passes defense. This guy, he has got to be one of the better cover corners in the entire SFL, along with Everett Garrison.
Here we go, 2nd down 9. At the 2-yard line. Jacksonville's in the danger zone right now. Can they get out of the end zone? Grayson Willis goes up the gut. And it looks like they probably just playing for field position for their punter, at least giving their punter a little bit more room. It's 3rd and 6 at the 5. Defense is thrown up strong right now, Eddie.
You want to try at least get to the 8 or 9 yard line and give your punter some room to step into that kick. Otherwise, Vancouver's going to get great starting field position.
Right now, that interception looks like a good punt because Jacksonville wasn't able to make hay on this possession. They'll be forced to punt. Great job by the Vancouver defense not letting them get a 1st down.
Howard McCoy is going to have his feet standing just in front of the back of the end line, trying to get this punt out. Vancouver's going to get great starting field position right here because he won't be able to step into the punt.
Got to make sure that he doesn't go out of bounds. He gets the punt off basically uncontested. Lopez gets it on Jacksonville's side of the field, and Vancouver will have, as you said, a great field position. When we come back, can they cut into this deficit? They're trailing by 10. You are currently watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans. Please stay tuned. And that interception that Pepper threw on his last possession doesn't come back to haunt Vancouver. It basically was a punt. Now they have great field position after Jacksonville's punt. We'll see what Pepper can do here. He fires it to the left, and it should have been caught by Brett Killian, but he gets his ribs destroyed. It'll be 2nd down and 10 after that incompletion.
That would have been a tough catch. He attempted to catch that ball and bring it in at its highest point before the defender can get his hands on it. I mean, he's happy to just break that pass up because Michael Sprouse, once again, this guy, oh my goodness, ball player.
Yeah, it looked like he was going for a ball, but he was able to make that adjustment and spear Killian's ribs there. It'll be 2nd and 10. Trips to Pepper's right. Redford's a lone setback. 5 yards away from Pepper as he drops back the pass, steps up, fires, but gets sacked right away by Taekwon Hill, number 91.
Taekwon Hill doing what this Jacksonville defense does. He finished last season with 10.5 sacks. I mean, you just pick a Jacksonville defensive lineman and they all produce, and Frank does a great job with that. He's amongst the best.
Well, this is a very important 3rd down for Vancouver. They've been cold basically throughout this whole game after they scored their 7 points earlier. We'll see what happens here. 1st down gain by Tom Pepper. Caught for a 1st down. Great play by Pepper firing that dot.
90-yard slants, and guess who brings it in? Cal Collins. Who? Cal Collins. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I had to look him up myself. Deep down the depth chart, looking for some more playing time.
The 6-foot, 200-pounder non-contract just made a huge play. And interception. Quick pass is caught by number 40 for Jacksonville. What a play by the defense. J.R. Wallace gets his first interception of today's game.
Last year, sitting back, and Tom Pepper must not have saw him because he was looking at the receiver's eyes the entire way. He ran a quick slant. J.R. Lawson sitting right there in the pocket, and darn near returned that one for a touchdown. Vancouver's defense is going to have to find a way to hold here and keep them in this game.
Yeah, once again, they had done a good job so far in this third quarter holding Jacksonville scoreless on their past 2 possessions. Right now, Willis is going to get the carry. He has room. He takes it. It carries the defender. That's Ashley Rose Finch to the 47-yard line where he gets the first down there.
Christian Christensen was sacked 16 times last season, second fewest in the SFL, despite the fact that he had more passing attempts than anybody. And you're starting to see why they went out there and drafted these 3 offensive linemen, because they want to get Jared Willis the football, and they did a great job blocking down film for him there, picking up that first down.
Hey, an upright CC is a good CC. I mean, Christensen, of course, Anthony CC upright is also good as well. Carries the ball up the middle again for 6 yards. He has 85 yards rushing, just 1 yard behind Redford.
Brackett almost broke his ankle attempting to tackle Jared Willis there. He just stepped to the side, left him sitting there. He went flying to the ground. He made him miss so bad.
And his second down for at the 41-yard line after that 6-yard carry by Willis. He'll get the ball once again, goes up the middle, and the ref decided that he was just inches short of the first down, be 3rd and inches.
He was inches short. He tried to follow his fullback who got stood up after making an initial block there. He was able to bounce off to his right and almost pick up that first down. This is a big 3rd down for Vancouver coming up. Try to keep them out of field goal range.
We'll see if they don't give Willis the ball or Christian Christensen is going to air it out here. They got plenty of options. They're going to air it out. Swing past the Willis, and that's going to be another first down. They're not ready for him out of the backfield after he carried the ball 2 times before then. The drive stays alive, unfortunately, for Vancouver's defense.
Vancouver picked a bad time to be passive on defense, practically giving either receiver their opportunity for a first down. Out routes were there. The swing was there. The hitch was there. First down, Jacksonville.
And 2 backs in the backfield. Christian's going to fire it once again. And Kenny G with another sweep behind the back catch for another first down there in they're in the red zone.
Showing why he led the entire league in targets. This guy, over-the-shoulder catch, had to reach backwards to grab it. Wow, that was impressive. Adding on to his already impressive highlight reel.
I mean, this game alone, he has a highlight reel with those sweet catches. Big Dallas's 3rd behind-the-back catch of this game alone. As we're near the end of the 3rd quarter, Gossett has 59 yards, receiving 1 touchdown so far in this game. Pass is going to him, but it stands picked off.
He's
it looks
gone.
like that is Dean Max, number 33. He's going to take it to the house, and Vancouver has cut into this deficit, and they have momentum on their side.
On a previous play that resulted in Jacksonville first down, this time perhaps Andy was listening to us up here in the booth, or someone was rather, because they sent him a message. He sits, I don't know if there was cover 2 or what, because the linebacker went flying over there to snap of the ball. Once again, Christensen does not see him, throws it right to him, and the guy has to run, what was it, about 70 yards? Jesus Christ. And touchdown, Vancouver. They are right back in this game, T-Roy.
And unfortunately for Jacksonville, a guy that weighs 240 pounds and Jarrett Willis was not going to be able to catch a faster, a lot slimmer Dean Max at 210. D Max just had an easy house call for 6. He won't get an easier interception than that one. And he helps his team out as they about to cut into this deficit here. The kick is away. The extra point is good. And with that, momentum's on the Legion side. The Eternal Frost is only trailing by 3. It's 17-14 Jacksonville with just 1 minute left in this 3rd quarter.
You just took the words out of my mouth, T-Roy. Jacksonville had all the momentum, picking up that previous first down, looking like they were about to score. And now, 1 play later, Vancouver is right back in this contest.
Yeah, the defense of Vancouver has been the story of this third quarter, shutting out Jacksonville. Let's see if St. Green can do something about it. No, he cannot. Gets destroyed as soon as he gets to the 25-yard line. Tackle was made by I believe that's number 58, Shane Mills.
That's the second big hit Mike St. Green took. And if he keeps taking hits like these, he's going to ask me to move back to quarterback.
Well, hey, he's stuck in Jacksonville now. He's on a great squad. Maybe they look towards his way on this drive. They've been using Kenny G throughout this third quarter, and they're going to use him again. He makes a clutch catch with 2 Legion on his back, but didn't matter. He got the first down.
Tough catch in traffic. Great read by CC. He had to wait for him to clear the zone there with the linebacker peeking once again. This time he waited just a little bit until he needed to. The offensive line held up. He's able to get that first down and move those chains.
40 seconds left in this exciting third quarter. Currently dominated by the defense of Vancouver, but Jacksonville is trying to set themselves up to extend this lead. They're up by 3. As Christensen drops back to pass, pump fakes, decided to go to the check down, and that is the role player, number 17. I had to go down my depth chart. That's Trevor Swain, the 6', 200-pounder with that catch.
I'll tell you what, T-Roy, Jack Wall was open about 4 seconds earlier, practically begging for the ball, did not get it, and he's probably going to have some choice words for Christian on the way back to the huddle.
Vancouver currently has the momentum, but Jacksonville is trying to regain that momentum. They up by 3, moving down the field. Put your force up in the chat. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and Florida Fans. We'll be back. Here we go. We got another close one here. Jacksonville currently has the lead, but the momentum's clearly on Vancouver's side. We'll see how Jacksonville responds. They're up only by 3. 17-14 as the fourth quarter begins. Inside handoff continues to work for Jarrett Willis. That'll be a first down at midfield.
For a moment there, I thought that was a fullback dive, but it was not. He gets the ball to the halfback.
That's what caught me off by surprise, too. I thought that was a fullback dive, but also caught Vancouver by surprise. That was an easy 10-yard gain for Willis. He's having a good game as well. And we have a penalty, so like Eddie said, another free play. It'll be 1st and 5, even though Willis had a good game. Looks like Frank Gooden should take the penalty.
Oh, yeah, despite the fact that he gained 7 yards, the tailback may not like it, but the smart play to take this penalty and bring this to first down.
And that'll be a 5-yard penalty. And everybody, you can catch the SFL live every July through October and every January through April over the weekends and Monday nights on 11 Sports, Florida Fans, and the SFL's YouTube and Twitch channels. Please follow at Simulationfl on Twitter to always get the most up-to-date broadcast dates as Willis gets the carry. Once again, gets it to the 41-yard line for a 3-yard gain. But please follow Simulationfl on Twitter to always get the most up-to-date broadcast dates, times, and matchups so you don't miss a moment of the season.
I didn't catch the defender, but it looks like someone got away with a face mask on that previous carry.
I think the rest are letting the players play today, except for that penalty on Andy Hamilton earlier in the first half. And Willis gets the swing pass. He'll get the first down before he's combo tackled at the 37-yard line. Tackle was made by Brackett and Ashley Rose Finch.
Willis, as we mentioned earlier, was first in catches amongst tailbacks with 106 last season. Today, he's already up, and probably I don't think he's even had this many carries in a single game last season.
He was known as the E-back during his days in Chicago. He can do everything. But right now, Kenny G is we still hearing that music. Do, 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 every time he makes those sweet catches.
Ken Gossett getting a little jealous over his buddy Grayson Willis, already over 110 yards receiving, trying to catch up to him.
But Eddie, as we were talking over in preparation for this game, you did mention that these two receivers, Grayson Willis and Kenny Gossett, were basically big threats for Jacksonville or opposing teams of Jacksonville.
Absolutely. 1 and 3.
Trips to the left for Christensen, one wide receiver to his right. It's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Vancouver's defense need to make a play, and they almost did, but unfortunately, Brackett couldn't come up with the interception. He had the butterfingers.
They ran this play about 3 minutes ago, and Jack Wall was wide open then. He wasn't as open, but he was open on this occasion too. He should have dumped it off to him for a nice 5-yard gain. Instead, it's 2nd and 10.
It looks like Christensen is trying to get Mike St. Gree into the game as a receiver. Pass was intended to him. But instead, 2nd down 10 as Willis will get the ball once again. And he gets stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. Washington with a huge hit.
DeAndre Washington has some of the quickest feet amongst linebackers in the entire SFL. He read that play. Defensive lineman pushed the left guard off to the side, allow him to clean up that mess.
Another huge 3rd down for the Vancouver defense, who has so far shut out Jacksonville this second half. Can they do it again on this drive? Christensen fires it. It's St. Green who makes the catch and gets the first down at the 14-yard line. Great play by the former quarterback turned wide receiver.
Make a time now to come up with your 2nd catch in the league on this young season to move those chains. It looks like he's going to be short, but on the defenders, coming in to assist the tackle, knocks him forward for a 1st down.
And it's 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Christensen will do another swing pass to the E-back. And Willis, number 24, was able to get 4 yards on that one. Let's look at the quarterback comparison. Basically even with those touchdowns and targets.
Tom Pepper.
Go ahead.
Christensen. Tom Pepper is the more downfield passer. It looks like Christensen gets more yards because he has more passing attempts.
And Christensen is doing a good job, spreading the ball out to his receivers. He doesn't really focuses on one, but right now he's focusing on Jarrett Willis, who unfortunately was only able to get 1-yard gain. The defense of Vancouver doing a great job snipping that play out. Ashley Rose Finch made the tackle, and here's the who you got poll. Clearly on Jacksonville's side on this one at 72%. So far they're right, but Vancouver's trying to change that.
It's not over yet. Tight bunch formation coming up.
Can Vancouver's defense hold pat? And they will! What a play! A nice open field tackle. Wills looked like he's going to make the first man miss, but unfortunately, number 59, Ryan Green, had other plans.
T-Roy, it's a long way to go, but with 6 minutes and change left, 3rd and 6, I'm putting the ball in CC's hands and telling him to, hey, get us a 2-score lead. Instead, they're going to come out with a field goal attempt. Anthony Cece's been a busy man today.
Yes, he has. He's trying to earn that contract. Originally played for Chicago, going perfect there. He's trying to go perfect here, and they do. A 26-yard field goal attempt is good, and Jacksonville's only up by 6. They could have had more. Great job by the defense of the Vancouver Legion. We'll see how their offense responds when they get the ball. You are watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and For the Fans. We'll be back. Please stay tuned. the scoring struggles of the Kings continue here in the second half, only getting a field goal. Their first points of the second half, but they're up by 6. And see what Vancouver does here with Mark Lopez taking it inside the end zone, gets to the 22-yard line, and that's where they'll start on this drive. And our player profile for today's game is Drew Hamilton, who last played as a contract player in Season 9, bullet as an owner in Season 9 as well. Vancouver made it to the semifinals in Season 9 and 14. Of course, he mentored Vega and Charles Daugherty as the owners.
He wanted to make sure we brought that last comment up, too.
Yeah. And right now, his team's only trailing by 6. They have the momentum, but good job by the defense of Jacksonville stopping Redford for getting any yards. Rain Rowe with the tackle.
Yeah, in this first half, that stretch play out of this weak eye was money. Jacksonville has since adjusted.
Now, if I remember, that stretch play that Redford ran was towards the left of Vancouver's line. That play was towards the right, and Jacksonville's defense was definitely ready for that one. Pepper will fire it. Dangerous pass. Luckily, Rowe wasn't paying attention to the ball as Brett Killian made that catch, making this a huge third down for the defense of Jacksonville.
T-Roy, great minds think alike. Rain Rowe, he's a rookie in this league. First-round pick from Birmingham. If that was Michael Sprouse over there going to the far side of the field, they might have been picked off and returned for a touchdown.
But instead, it's now 3rd and 6. Vancouver has another chance to live. Trips to the left of Pepper, who fires over the middle, and it's caught! Brett Killian killing Jacksonville's defense softly with those catches. It's now 1st and 10 at the 49.
Tom Pepper was hit as he threw. He took a shot to the ribs. I thought that pass was going to be intercepted. He was able to keep enough mustard on it to bring it down, to bring it to Brett Killian's chest to complete a big first down there for Vancouver.
And poor Sprouse, you saw that? He fell down awkwardly. It looks like he fell down awkwardly on his left shoulder. Hopefully he's all right. Right now, it's 2 wide receivers to the left of Pepper. He gives it to Redford, who's able to bounce outside. Spin move prematurely, which allowed number 29 to make that tackle, Alex Bond.
All you young running backs out there, continue to progress on time each and every week. Listen to your coaches, and you too can make plays like that.
I know. When I grow up, I want to be like Robert Redford to be sure. It's 2nd down 5. And Pepper has a man down the field, and it's caught for another first down. Rich Pratchett, his 4th catch of the game.
Second time this drive, Tom Pepper was asked to throw that ball to the boundary. Second time he delivered. This time Michael Sprouse was over there, but was unable to come down with the deflection.
And I think that's the first time we call Pratchett's name since the 2nd quarter. They finally looked towards his way, and he rewarded them big time with that catch. They just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 32 of Jacksonville. Pepper drops back to pass and fires over the middle, caught by Brett Killian for a 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4.
Vancouver, once again, dials up a 7-step drop. Once again, Jacksonville was ready for it. He had to dump the ball off for a short gain. They aren't giving him anything deep.
And look how much time he got left in this fast-moving 4th quarter. Just 3 minutes and 17 seconds left in the game. Vancouver could be playing for the win right now. Passes to Brett Killian again, who makes the catch at the 21-yard line. 1st and 10 there for Vancouver.
Killian right now has his 7th catch of this game on 11 targets. His long is only 21, but I'm telling you what, they're doing enough to move these sticks, and both of these coaches right now is feeling the sting of this late 4th quarter type ball game.
And we mentioned earlier, both teams are 1st and 2nd respectively on total yards gained per game last season, and they're living up to that right now. Just the points hasn't shown for it, but Robert Redford put somebody in the spin cycle before he gets rocked there by J.R. Lawless.
It was once again designed to go outside on a stretch play, but this time the tight end got held up. But Robert Redford, Johnny on the spot, he's a great route runner, as well as he has a great vision, was able to cut that ball upfield, get 4 yards.
2nd and 6. 2 minutes and 44 seconds left. This could be a game-winning drive for Vancouver. Oh, what a hit by Alex Bond. Redford was able to put somebody on the ground, but Bond cleaned him up.
he was able to clean him up because his linebacker, J.R. Lawless, tripped him up just a little bit, knocked him off balance. He was unable to do anything about it.
And
3rd and 5.
And as a running back, I need nothing more deflating than be able to knock somebody down and get clean by the other person shortly thereafter. I can feel Robert Redford's pain there. It's 3rd and 5. Swing pass is caught for the first down by Brent Killian. And it's 1st and goal at the 7. Vancouver trying to take the lead. They're moving the ball downfield efficiently so far in this drive, Eddie.
Has Michael Sprouse about 10 yards off the line of scrimmage.